عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear student of first prep, we are going to solve questions of Egyptian Knowledge Bank. We have different questions. We solve part 1, part 2, part 3, and this is the last one of our MCQ questions. We have conservation of mass. We have the last rule in lesson 3 that we will solve different questions. Let's start with our questions today. Question number 1 says that the conservation of mass also applies to physical changes. A student decides to make ice pops by placing some cola in plastic cup into the freezer. If the student freezes 20 grams of cola, what will be the mass of the student's cola pop be once it is formed? Okay, what do you think? We have the cola at the first and put it in the freezer, but when he use it, we said that if we have the same mass, or we can apply the conservation of mass, so the total mass of reactant equal the total mass of product. This is the rule that we want to apply. Okay, so if we have the mass when we put it in the freezer 20 gram, at the end after forming also the mass will be what? Will be 20 gram. Okay, when we make it, we apply the conservation of mass law. Okay, let's go to question 2. Question 2 says that which of the following statement best describes the way in which mass is conserved during chemical reaction? Okay, we said the rule or the statement, or we can state the conservation of mass law by total mass of reactant is equal the total mass of products. Okay, we have here letter B, the total mass of reactants is equal to the total mass of products. Okay, let's go to question 3. Question 3 says that a teacher places cup of coffee onto the electronic balance at the front of the science laboratory. The teacher then adds 3 large teaspoons of sugar to the coffee. The volume of coffee doesn't appear to increase. What happens to the mass displayed on the front of balance? Okay, do you think the mass will increase or decrease? Okay, we add 3 spoons of what? Of sugar, so the mass will increase. The mass of balance will increase, but we didn't feel the volume as the sugar will dissolve in the cup of coffee. Okay, so at the end, without seeing it, the total mass of reactant equal total mass of product. Let's go into question 4. Question 4 says that when 2.4 gram of magnesium reacts with 5.6 gram of oxygen, the product will be 8 gram of magnesium oxide is produced. Which law is demonstrated by these masses? Okay, we said that we achieve or demonstrated the law of mass conservation or law of conservation of mass, so we need to apply the masses. We have 2.4 plus 5.6 giving 8 as a product, so the total mass of reactant equal the total mass of product. So we said it is the law of conservation of what? Of mass. So the law of conservation of mass, قانون, we said قانون ثبات النسب الكتلية. Okay, let's go to question 5. Question 5 says that when a wooden log burns on a fire, a lot of carbon dioxide is produced as well as heat and light. Okay, which of the following statement about the ash that remains after the wood has burned is correct? Okay, we think that when wood is burned, that we have the ash maybe make a gases and or burning substance may causes decrease in the masses of the original log 1. Okay, so the ash mass has less than the mass of what the original log is. Neglecting that, we make a burning with the presence of oxygen. We said in 6 primary we have the when we reacting with oxygen the mass will increases, but we have here some evolving as carbon dioxide gas, and the rest remains as an ash, gray ash. So the mass will be decreased, not increased. The mass of product will be decreased, not increased. So we need to, if we want to get the total mass here, we can't achieve the law. Why? As some of them converted into gas that evolved in the air, and other remains on the ash in the cup, and we have ash has less mass than the original what than the original log of wooden, as some of them evolves as a gas, carbon dioxide gas. Okay, let's do question 6. Question 6 says that small quantities of hydrogen peroxide are used in hair dyes. Okay, we have some dyes that we use in our life. We have hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide will naturally break down into water and oxygen. Which of the following equations shows balanced chemical equation for the decomposition? Okay, we have what? We have hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide, its symbol H2O2. Okay, we said that we take it what in previous year also. We have two atoms of hydrogen that we want to release, or in the product we want to get two. Also we have two atoms of oxygen that we want to get to at the end of reaction. Okay, we have here what we have. We have the first equation H2O2 give H2O plus O2. Do you think they are balanced? No, we have here one atom of oxygen more. Second one 2H2O2 plus gives 2H2O plus O2. Do you think that? Okay, we will calculate 2 times 2 equal 4. 2 times 2 equal 4. Here in the product 2 times 2 equal 4. We have 2 times 1 oxygen, we give 2 plus 2 here. So the right answer will be letter B. The right answer will be letter B. Okay, we can complete the others. 2H2O 2 give H2O plus O2. We have here 2 hydrogen only, but we have in the reactant 4. Okay, the letter D we have 2 hydrogen, but in the product we have 4. The last one E we have 4 hydrogen, and in the product we have 2. So we must calculate the number of atoms. Okay, we have 2 times 2 equal 4, 2 times 2 equal 4, and in the product 2 times 2 equal 4 also. We have 2 oxygen plus oxygen as a product, so we must calculate the amount of product that we have, and also number of atoms in the reactant and in the product must be the same. Let's go to question 7. 7 says that which of these 5 particles diagrams correctly show the law of conservation of mass being followed? Okay, we have reactant here and 2 giving the product. We have 2 atoms gray, product 1, no, the first one is wrong. The second one we have 2 green and 1 product green, so B will be wrong. The third one we have 1 gray and 1 green giving 1 gray but 2 green, also it is a wrong. We have here 1 gray give product 1 and 2 green give the product 1, it is the right one. The last one here we have 2 gray giving the product 1, so the right answer will be letter D. We must calculate the numbers of circles that we have. Okay, let's go into question 8. So we have circles here, that which of the following article diagrams show the law of conservation of mass being preserved? Okay, we have one atom orange, okay, and one product, two white, but here we have the product 4, so the first one will be wrong. Second one, we have one orange and one product, one reactant and one product. We have one white, but here we have two products, so also B will be wrong. Number C, we have one orange, and also in the product we have two in the reactant white and two in the product. We have six red and six in the product. We have two blue and two blue in the product, so the right answer will be letter C. Let's discuss the other. We have here two white and no one in the product. We have here six. We have here six red and two blue. We have also in the reactant we have three red and one blue. Okay, we must calculate the numbers to achieve the rule of what, of law of conservation of mass. Let's go into question 9. Question 9 says that which of the following equations showing the formation of carbon dioxide in is correctly balanced. Okay, we must count the numbers. Okay, we have one carbon in the reactant and one in the product, two oxygen reactant but one in the product, so the first one will be wrong. Here we have two carbon reactant but one product, so also it is a wrong. We have letter C, one carbon and also one product, one oxygen atom but two product. The last one here, D, we have one carbon atom and one in the product. Also we have one oxygen atom and two oxygen atoms and two in the product, so the right answer will be letter D. Let's go into the last question of our choices today. We have question 10. Question 10, we have here some kind of problems. We have in a chemical reaction, it's very easy. We didn't need any calculator or any calculation for this one. In a chemical reaction, 64 gram of zinc reacted with excess oxygen to form 80 gram of zinc. Okay, zinc oxide. How much oxygen is used in this reaction? Okay, we want to get the amount of oxygen that we use to make the reaction. Okay, we said that we achieve the law of conservation of mass. So we have the product 80 and we have one of the reactant 64, so we will make a subtraction for the product, zinc oxide minus zinc, will getting the oxygen amount at the end. So we make 80 minus 64, so it will get 16 gram. Okay, think correctly. We have here 16 gram what of the oxygen atoms that we taken to make or to achieve the law of conservation of mass. So we have 64 zinc gram and 16 gram of oxygen that reacts to give 80 gram of zinc oxide, and now we achieve the law of conservation of mass. That's our questions today of chemistry. It is the last group of questions in unit 1 lesson 3. Okay, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed these questions. If you have any questions, leave them below the video. I hope you can understand every question. Okay, thank you and good luck.